Hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Kim Dent and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been a demonstrator for almost 21 years. I live in Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I love teaching crafters how to make quick and easy cards. Today I'm showing you how to make an adorable card using the Hedgehog Happiness stamp set, and we're going to color a little bit. I hope you like what you see. If you do, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so every time I load a video you're sure to see it. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to sync my laptop and then we will get started. All right, I am almost there. So it's a quick and easy card. So the video is probably going to take just about maybe 10 minutes. So a nice quick one. So hold on just 1 second and I will turn my camera down so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. I hope you all are having a wonderful day and maybe you got to stamp. Hold on just 1 second. All right, before I forget, if you like what you see or if you're interested in finding a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or maybe getting a catalog in the mail, this is my website, kimdent.stampinup.net. This is the host code that I'm using right now. If you'd like to place an order with me and your order is $149.99 or less, please use this code. If your order is $150 or more, do not use this code because I want you to get the Stampin' Rewards. And like I said earlier, if you are interested in getting a catalog and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, my information, my email address will be linked below so you can find it there and you just send me a quick message and I'll be happy to pop an annual catalog as well as the mini catalog in the mail to you. Here is the card that we're making tonight. Isn't it cute? It is so quick and easy. It opens like this. Adorable. And I love coloring. And the hedgehog is so sweet. So I'm going to show you the kit that I call it the kit. It's how the pieces that I use to make the card. So we're going to use a Melon Mambo card base. Love this color. I'm a pink girl. So Melon Mambo makes me happy. The measurement for the card base is 4 1/4 by 8 inches. So it's a little shorter than the length of the card. You're going to score it at 2.5 inches. And you can see I've done that there with the little flap. And then I've brought in Hues of Happiness. This is just a little piece of DSP. Hues of Happiness is, if you have heard me talk before, it's my favorite DSP out of the new catalog. And you can find it on page 132. You get 12 sheets. They're double-sided. Stampin' Up! Does such an excellent job of coordinating our DSP. So it's double-sided. 12 sheets of it for $12. And this particular piece is 2 1/4 inches by 4. I'm going to set that aside. So if you'd like to take a picture, you can. And then I'm going to use as a layer Granny Apple Green. This is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Scoot this over. And then Basic White, that's also for the inside, 3 3/4 by 5. We're going to use another piece of Basic White. This is what I use to stamp on. It's 3 inches by 3 inches. And then that sweet little layer is Granny Apple Green, and it's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I am just going to leave this here. I'm hoping it is all in the camera. And you can take a quick snap of it if you'd like. All right, let me gather up all these pieces because you're going to see how quick this card comes together. So I'm going to take my Hues of Happiness. Look at the other side. Isn't it pretty? That looks like maybe Gorgeous Grape and Fresh Freesia. But on this side, you see that's where I chose Melon Mambo for the card base, because you can see there's a little bit of Melon Mambo in these flowers and maybe a little bit of Petal Pink and Granny Apple Green. I'm going to take and use my Stampin' Seal. Just put a little bit of adhesive on there. And I'm going to try to center this within this little panel. And then the next layer is the Granny Apple Green 4 by 5 1/4. Oop. Whoops. There we go. Sometimes Stampin' Seal, you've got to give it a sec and roll it, but not too hard, and it'll get going. So I love it. It's what I use along with Tombow multi-purpose glue. I'm going to take my basic white 3 3/4 by 5. This is our inside piece. Okay, and then the next one I'm going to bring in is my piece that I'm going to stamp on, which is 3 inches by 3 inches. And I'm going to bring in, I'm going to show you the stamp set. I think I called it Hedgehog Happiness. It's Happy Hedgehogs earlier. So it is 9 stamps. One little hedgehog is cuter than the next. And then you see the sweet little bird and butterfly. I love the mushroom. And this little baby tree, it looks like. A little bit of grass. The words are, it's so nice of you to be so nice. That's precious. Finding a friend is the best discovery of all. Ah, so sweet. And then the other stamp set that I'm using is a new one. This is Go To Greetings, and this is an amazing stamp set if you like words and fonts, and I'm crazy about fonts. And so there is Happy Birthday, Thinking of You, Just a Note, and Thank You, but you can see they're in 1, 2, 3 different fonts. Very elegant. This is the one that I'm using the most of because it's, I guess you would say, it's cute and simple. This one is a little bit fancier, but this one right here is the one that I use the most. And today we're going to use the Thinking of You out of Go To Greetings, which is in our new 2022 to 2023 annual catalog. Let's see. I see I've got a little glare on there, so I'm going to turn that down. All right. I'm going to bring in, this is Memento Black. Tuxedo Black. This is what we use for when we are coloring with the blends. And the blends are an alcohol marker. They do exactly what's in their name. They blend beautifully. I'm also going to bring in, this is a Pierce mat, and I always like to use a Pierce mat when I'm stamping, especially with photopolymer, because it gives it, I think, a nice cleaner image. It gives it, there's not, like with our red rubber stamps, there's no foam on this, so that's what the job of this Pierce mat does. So I'm just going to ink up my adorable little hedgehog and stamp him right here in the corner. Give a nice even press. Oh, so cute. And then I'm going to bring in, let's do the butterfly next. Sweet little butterfly. That hedgehog is looking straight up at that little butterfly. Oops, and get this in the right direction. So here's our Thinking of You. I'm going to put that straight as I can right across the top. And then I get to put my lid on the Memento, because if I don't, I'll stick my finger in it. And then the last thing I'm going to bring in is Granny Apple Green. And we're just going to use this teeny tiny little stamp to add a little bit of color and a little bit of grass down here at the bottom. And I'm going to stamp it, kind of space it, maybe going back and forth a little bit. Some down here, a little underneath his feet. Do another one right there. Oh, and right there. There we go. That looks good. And close up this. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the blends. So today, the colors that I'm going to use, not too many. I'm going to use Crumb Cake, light and dark. And then Daffodil Delight, light and dark. And then I've pulled in a little bit of light petal pink. I looked at some pictures of the like of real live hedgehogs, and they do come in all different colors, but because this is kind of a cartoony looking one, they do have this pink tone in them, I think, when they're young. But I thought it needed this little hedgie needed a little color in its cheek, and maybe some up by its nose and by its mouth. So I'm going to do that first. There we go. Now our blends have two tips there. You can see here there's a bullet point and then there's a brush tip. So depending on how large the image is or what I'm coloring, for tinier images, usually I use like the bullet point, unless it's a thin line and I want to get into a tiny space, then I'll use the point of the brush tip. I'm going to put a layer of like crumb cake all over, and you can see how quickly I do this. This little card is a nice card to make. Whether you're thinking of a friend, this would be a cute little birthday card for a child. I have some girlfriends that like hedgehogs, so you could use a stamp set for all different reasons, but it is, I know it caught my eye. First, it also has a coordinating punch that is sweet. I haven't used that yet though. Okay, and then with our blends, you can see I'm going right up to that petal pink. Then with the blends, I'm gonna put down my light crumb cake and bring in my dark. And the dark crumb cake is gonna give like added details. So Stampin' Up does the work for us. I think you can probably see here, like along his belly, I'm gonna add just a little shadow. And you can see how quick I'm going. I'm going to also add some to his little tiny legs, I guess. And then I'm going to go along the outside, or no, the top, I guess you would say, along his face, just like outlining him a little bit. And then a little bit on the, I guess you'd call that the bridges of his nose. So it looks kind of silly right now, but the magic happens when I feel like when you bring in the light crumb cake or the lighter shade. And what happens next to make it blend is I'm just going to take the brush tip and I'm going to go quickly over and it adds, for someone who didn't take a lot of art classes in school, I wish I would have. I just feel like it just makes me feel like an artist, these blends. They are so nice and so easy to use. There we go. Blended. So it's blending in because it's an alcohol marker. It's taking that light and darkness and just shading it without any effort. All right, the last thing I need is I'm going to bring in my light and dark Daffodil Delight. Oops, and I think I'm going to use the brush tip on this side. I'm going to do, the brush tip, the light. And then I'm going to bring in a little bit of dark. Oh, and again with the brush tip. So you can see how quick and easy it is to use our blends, and we have them in so many different colors, which makes it so fun. If you like to color and you like blending, our Stampin' Blends are fantastic. They come in a set, light and dark together, and we just added skin tones to our line, so that makes it fun. All sorts of skin tones. All right, I'm going to bring my Stampin' Seal back in. And I'm going to layer it back in on, the Granny Apple. Center it. Now you want to pay attention. I want to make sure I put the Stampin' Seal only on one side of the Granny Apple green. And there we go. So quick and easy. Hold on just a moment. So that's it. A quick and easy card using the Happy Hedgehogs, not Hedgehog Happiness. I hope you like what you saw. Again, if you would like to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thanks so much. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.